Welcome back to Big Brisk TV, and if this is welcome back to Big Brisk TV, and if this is your first time on the channel, welcome, and I hope that you find something that you like here. I was just sitting here watching. I was gonna say admiring my tank. This is a 55 gallon that I have built from scratch, not the glass, obviously, but the inhabitants and whatever. And I was just watching my fish. I have these. I thought it was a dozen, but it's actually 13 neon tetras, and they have been surviving. I've had them for over a month now, maybe 2 months going on. In the beginning, it was kind of rough, but any of you who have kept neons know that they can be, depending on the batch you get. But this was a good batch, and so they're displaying what I found out is mating behavior. So maybe we get some babies. And speaking of babies, on that previous video that I put out about the baby Amanos, I mean, my eyesight isn't the best, and they were really tiny. So I really thought, putting the timeline together with the fact that the mama Amano was buried, and then seeing the babies a few weeks later, I put two and two together and came up with five. So my bad on that. But yeah, check this out. I mean, the tank's doing great. These, I'm gonna just show real quickly some of the plants. And as you can see over there, my objective to have those terrestrial plants cover up that filter is working. But the problem with that is the Brazilian pennywort, which I've actually taken out half of this twice. And I have some over here in this little tank. My son brought me home. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but rather than give them to my wife, she was going to try to make some tea or something. You can see it's growing up out of the tank, but I can see that I'm going to end up having to spritz those leaves that emerge because they are drying out over there, but they're doing great. That bladderwort is still in the bowl over there. I had taken it almost completely out of the tank, and boom, my neon pothos. There's some spots on this first leaf, but I think we have what, six going on seven leaves now. And then the Nanook, Tradescandia Nanook. All three of these leaves up here are new growth. So that's a really beautiful plant. And then this, what is it, the wisteria? I kind of like it because if you see these leaves that are grown out of the tank, they take on this broad leaf pattern, serrated edges, but then under the water, they look like this with those thinner leaves. And so I'm liking that. I've got a peace lily over here that's doing really good, and another peace lily piece over here. I've got another bamboo that I took from my wife back over in there, and everybody's doing really good. The Brazilian has made its way all the way over to this side of the tank. That what do you call it that I had right here? The Monstera, I had to take it out. She was like, just take it out. And this, man, this bamboo has grown, and then it has another one coming out of it right there. It's really beautiful. So plants are doing well. And here, the Anubias is doing well. I found out that these actually flower, so maybe we get some flowers soon. And then this, I forget what this is called, but that's doing great. I had a suction cup, and the suction cup came off, but I just left it there because you can't really root plant these in the substrate. So that's doing great. The other part was over here. Remember, that was floating. It's kind of spindly still, but if you can see, like right here, there's pieces of it that break off and just float. And that Java fern has taken off. Look at that. I mean, I just planted, if you remember in the beginning, I planted small bunches of it, and it's just taking off everywhere. I just leave it alone and it just grows. And there's my group of glow light tetras. And that one lone black tetra, he's the biggest tetra I have in the tank. He's approaching 2.5 inches. And where's my favorite shrimp? You know, against all odds, My favorite shrimp in this tank is actually the ghost shrimp, which is sold. Nope, that's let's see, where is he in the back over there? That's he's hiding from me. You probably will see it. There he is back there. That's one of the golden backs. But back to the ghost shrimp. They're sold as feeders, as food for other fish, larger fish. And so they're selling them for about $1.99 at the Petco. But they're super interesting. And usually when I come to the tank, I don't name my fish, but Larry, as I call him, he comes up and kind of greets me. So I really like that fish with personality. But let's see what else. Oh yeah, the golden patos again over here. I don't know if you remember, those of you who have been following along with me, this thing was about 2 or 3 leaves, and now there's about, what, 8 or 9 in there? So pretty big, and they're growing really nicely. Nice variegation on them. And so tank is looking lush. So let me just go back and see if I could get back as far as possible. I did raise the light, and oh yeah, check this out. I'm not gonna raise the water level anymore because look, if I push the tank a little bit like this, you see it has a little give. Oh, that's my battery, it's ready. Hang on. So I may just raise this Beamswork light up a little bit more. These adjustments over here, you can see about how much more I can go up to raise it a little higher. So that's doing really nicely. So overall, I'm really happy with the tank. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to let me know. Some of the questions that I had was about the substrate. That's just 50 pounds of sand, and I forget the brand, but it's in my first video. I put it up on the screen. The gravel that I use. So 2 bags, 20 pounds of gravel, and then 30 pounds of gravel. So 1 20-pound bag, and then 2 5-pound bags is 30, and then a 20-pound bag of sand on top of that. And under all of that substrate are more rocks. You can see that in the very first video. I'll link it at the end of this video, and maybe also in the description. But there's Larry. He came out. You see? What is up, Larry? What is up, buddy? So much personality. Little Larry. He's not so little even. But yeah, all of my shrimp are still hiding. I think they're molting. It happened right after that last water change. So I'm still waiting to see them. I had saw some of the reds, which I think it was the actually cherry reds that bred. And then the blue dreams. And we saw one of the golden backs earlier. Then Larry, and I have the 2 Amanos. So I'll drop in, let's see, maybe I'll drop in an algae wafer. This is from my Pleco. I have a clown Pleco in there, and he shows his face every once in a while. I'll walk up to the tank and I'll see him on one of the pieces of wood, and as soon as he sees me, he'll run. There's a little golden back. So I'm gonna drop, usually I break these in half, but I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a algae wafer in there and see who attacks it. So I'll give it a few minutes. For you, it'll be a second, and I'll come back and see who's attacking that. Larry's on the hunt. He's got the scent. Bingo. But I found he doesn't hang out there long. He may take a couple of bites and then he moves along. Maybe, I don't know, he gets scared away. Doing that behavior I was talking about. But anyway, that was a quick update on my 55-gallon, what I'm gonna call an ecosystem, is what I've been calling it. And Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel. Leave a comment and hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. This is Big Brisk TV, and I'm out.